started drinking wine, but it was a gallon of wine. It was a gallon of wine. And she had shirts in front of her. And for every sleeve, she would take a sip of wine. By the time she got to the fourth shirt, she was on the floor. We didn't see her the rest of the night, man.
We were so excited she actually drank. It was so exciting.
I'll tell you the real story. It was my anniversary, and guess what my husband bought me?
Oh, the
A
crowbar.
small crowbar. Because I always helped him with everything, and
Well,
he
that was
knew
a
that I
thoughtful
needed
gift.
a crowbar. And it was our anniversary, and I was so upset at him. And we had bought a Gallio, and he went bowling. And I sat there and drank glasses of wine. I went down to the bathroom and I passed out. Went across the street and got Mrs. Poller. That was the only true story.
Mrs. Ackerman, Mrs. Simmons, Mrs. Poller, Mrs. Intarski, and down the street, Mrs. Halligan.
Yes.
They had a card club, and they met, I think, once a month. You know, and they rotated each
Took
month.
turns, yeah.
Well, you have to understand, you know, they all had to outdo each other with desserts and goodies. You know, one had to be better than the other. And of course, when the ladies came over,
That's
kids,
my house
hell
place.
up the stairs.
Yep.
It was 7:30 and I was 16. I had to go up the steps.
Right. We weren't
But
allowed.
that's all we heard all night was laughing. They did everything but play cards. You know, tell jokes, tell stories, laughing. But in between all of this, we couldn't stand it, the four of us. Number one, there was every good dessert down there, and our tongues were hanging out the floor, and she wouldn't let us have it.
She was set out 3 hours before you
And
guys
just,
came.
and just yelled for 3 hours that we weren't allowed to touch it. So then, once we're upstairs, we couldn't stand it because they were laughing so hard. We wanted to hear the dirty jokes and everything. So we had this little corner, like before the steps went down, and all four of us are trying to sneak through the railing and trying to listen. And she knew. I mean, you couldn't see us, but she knew we were there. So every 5 minutes, there was a threat. You know, she'd be laughing and talking and telling a joke, and she'd say, "I'm going to beat 4 asses." And then laughing and telling, "I'm calling down the milk." Oh, yeah. I mean, she could write a book on 100 short threats. And this went on all night. I mean, it wasn't like 5 or 6 times.
That we went through the wall. We might not have gone through the wall.
But I thought these friends.
First of all, my memory isn't too good anymore. I don't even know my name sometimes. But let alone memories. First of all, Aunt Frances was the one that I took, or I walked my first steps to as a little girl. As a baby, I should say. I helped her by doing her dishes, her clothes, washing diapers. I did everything. She didn't do anything. I did it all. No, we were done scotch squatting. I'd feel sorry for her and I'd wash her dishes. You remember that?
dishes,
Yeah, and then once in a while I says, "Aunt Francie, I want to learn how to do clothes." And you said, "You learn, believe me, in enough time you learn." I says, "Yeah, but I was just the type that wanted to help her because she had her hands full with 4 kids." So anyway, get back to the story. I even babysat for her. I babysat Karen. And
Did you tell them what you did with Karen?
no.
30 degrees out, and she sat on the front steps giving Karen a bottle.
Karen, that's what happened.
She wanted to get warm.
Aunt Francie was my sponsor at confirmation. She's also my best friend. She's my stuffed cabbage teacher. She's my signing board about my mother that I used to complain and bitch about. And I also have to say then I was her dog eliminator. And before she had her operation, I had a party for her in which some of the family members were here. When Mary Lou came down the steps, and she said, who could possibly, and here's Mary Lou with her ripped up stockings, or
Fishnets.
Fishnets or whatever, and she was just strutting her stuff like you couldn't believe, and not a smile, not a smile on her face. She was dead serious, and Helen goes, look at her, she's the stripper of the family, look at her go. But that was a night that we would never forget. But anyway, Aunt Francie, there's no ways to say how much I love you and how much I have enjoyed being around you. And I'm just so glad that as a family we've kept in touch and we stayed together, which most families, I'm not saying all, but not as close as we are. And happy birthday, and I love you.
I love you too.
Mary has to do her. She's next.
I think the funniest thing that happened is we were preparing for my dad's 85th birthday party. And we were making favors. They were little John Wayne hats. And we were putting candy in, was it net?
Yeah.
In net and putting them in the hats. Okay, and they were all done. We just had a good time that day. We laughed real hard. And Aunt Francie calls me the next day. She called me at work. Mary Lou, the things keep falling out of the hats when you turn them over. I said, well, we'll tell everybody, don't turn them over, just take them, you know. She says, no, that's not right, you know. So she says, the only thing I can think of is we're going to use a glue gun. Oh, that's fine. I'm on the phone. What the hell's a glue gun? I'm asking her, you know, and Aunt Francie did them all over by herself. She glued all those things back in, and they were a big hit at the party, and I remember that so much. And I love you too. I love you too.
Yeah, thank you, Mary.
Oh, and the time we were at somebody's party, and always with Aunt Francie, it's peeing or pooping. She was in the car and she said, oh my God. She said, I've got to go real bad. I don't know who was driving.
I was driving.
Yeah. And she said, whatever you do, don't make me laugh. You don't ever say that to us. Well, she was, I don't know how she made it. And remember
She
when we
made
brought
it.
her home? Aunt Francie really ran up those steps. I've never seen Aunt Francie move that fast. Don't make me laugh. She said, please don't make me laugh. That's all we did.
Always did. I'm surprised she held it in.
Oh, I don't know how she did.
Hey, Francie, you remember we had that guy dancing for us?
Sister's here.
And my mother had macular degeneration, so she couldn't see. So Aunt Francie said, and my mother was saying, well, what's going on? Who is it? Where is he? Where is he? What's going on? He's naked? What do you mean? And Aunt Francie said, oh my gosh. She says, where is he? I want to feel him. And we had a good time. We were laughing so hard at what was going on, and Aunt Francie was just, that was the party we had for her before she had her knee operation.
Yeah, but then that was Mary Lou's party. Yeah, it was her retirement party.
Yeah, but we did things to make her laugh, you know?
Yeah.
Look at her face when I come down the steps.
Oh my gosh,
It was her party, and she combined like a woman on the street that was attacked. I mean, she had ripped pantyhose
I was a
on,
senior
ripped
citizen
T-shirt on, had her hair messed up, and they start playing music, and she's starting to dance. And
Yes, it was.
Aunt Francie kept saying, I can't believe this. I can't believe this. She just couldn't But we had a lot of good times.
Kind of a lot of very old at the time. They weren't sure that she was even 21. And Mary Kay's there. Oh, I'm so embarrassed. I can't let me. Well, Mom and Aunt Annie are there. Come here, sweetie. We got
Well, they were putting dollars in his
And then the stripper came knocking on Mary Kay and took her up on the stage, and she was doing a polka with
Mary!
What else do you do with a stripper?
Yeah, what? That's my Croatian heritage.
Say no, cola. You should have done cola.
Hey, Francie, do you remember when we all were on a diet?
Oh, we'd go to your house
Go to
every
your
week.
house and
We
you
were all
bring
on
us-
our own diet club, right?
Yeah.
And this was part of the diet club, right? We went
Right.
we went to each other's house for
Right.
this 10-course dinner.
We didn't lose any. Okay, everybody get
Line
in.
up. Jock strapped for $5 and turned around and asked for it and put your hand in to get your ones. That's good. Hey, Danny, tell him the good stuff, man. She wanted our change. She only planned on giving one.
That was clean.
Why I'm not up there telling Eddie.
Yeah. She says, this is the ugliest picture I've ever seen. I won't have this on my face. Francis, the camera only takes what it sees. She got so mad at me. She wouldn't talk to her. That's what she gets for saying that. The camera only takes what it sees.
I didn't even get Vince until now. Good, Ann. Good job.
Sees me about my age, and I'll beat you with That's what you guys see. Okay, Mom, read it later.
See Grandma beat someone with that can.
She might beat us.
No, that's what you can
Miss
play.
America.
Imitation of Life. And what's that other one? The one with the orphans? Something about all my children. She cries. Mother, you cannot have that gift. You have to make a promise. One condition. You must promise to wear it every day.
If this is a spandex, I'll pay.
It's a thong.
Me, I said, mine, she goes to Valley, she needs a phone.
You realize if they had to give me a phone, they'd have to go to ATM on, so.
I don't think he's in business anymore.
I was gonna say, I'm not sure what you're saying, but that's okay.
No, I know.
I just feel bad for myself.
Throw one more on there?
Sundays with Dad.
It's just a black box, there's nothing.
Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh, that's beautiful.
That's my birthday.
That's your birthday.
What is it? Weekend.
Pass it around.
Oh. Thank you so much.
You gotta wear it every day.
I wouldn't want to wear that every day.
Oh, is that pretty? Karen. Where's that from?
That's from all of us kids. That's what it is.
I want your cake.
You want
I
to
know.
see it?
Have some ice cream.
Sure, I told her to see it.
Yeah.
Look inside.
Franny, wear this with,
Yeah,
Franny,
Oh, yeah, she's gonna look.
Francis, wear this with your sweater.